Hello everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Gibbon Travelogue. I'm Gilbert.
And I'm Lilian.
And today we are in...
the colourful, vibrant city of Shanghai.
Yes, and Shanghai has a very nice blend of historical and cultural landmarks as well as futuristic innovations. Okay, so are you ready to explore the place, Lilian?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go this way. In this video, Lilian and I will explore what to do in Shanghai over 3 days, covering 12 interesting things that make this city so exciting. Before we begin, we have made a video on 11 interesting places to eat in Shanghai and also on how to prepare for a trip to Shanghai. Please feel free to check them out if you haven't done so. So, how do we get to Shanghai? We took a high-speed train from Nanjing to Shanghai in just an hour and 40 minutes and it cost us 150 renminbi. Cost effective and super convenient. We checked into Hilton Garden Inn Shanghai Lujiazui for a good night's rest, the perfect base for exploring the city. Okay, come. Let's see. Ooh, not bad. Our first stop is Yuyuan, Yu Garden. Located in the heart of Shanghai's old city, Yuyuan is one of the city's most cherished landmarks. Built over 450 years ago, during the Ming Dynasty, Yuyuan, meaning Garden of Happiness, was originally designed by a wealthy government official, Pan Yuntuan, as a peaceful retreat for his aging parents. Today, it stands as a living reminder of classical Chinese garden design, offering visitors a rare glimpse into the refined beauty of ancient Shanghai. The moment you step inside the residence of Pan Yuntuan, the noise of the city fades away. This private residence was one of the grandest in Shanghai, featuring elegant halls, intricate rockeries, and tranquil ponds designed to bring comfort and serenity. Centuries have passed, and today, the garden is open to the public. Among the highlights is the main hall, San Shui Tang, and the Grand Rockery, a 12-meter tall artificial mountain made of Huangshu stone, featuring peaks, cliffs, winding caves, and gorges. This scenery was possibly created by Zhang Nanyang during the Ming Dynasty. What makes Yuyuan even more special is its connection to everyday life in Shanghai. Just outside the garden gates, you will find the Yuyuan Bazaar, a bustling maze of snack stalls, tea houses, and souvenir shops. Here you can taste local favourites like the legendary Nanxiang soup dumplings and explore the vibrant energy of the old city. While exploring the Yuyuan area, one place you absolutely cannot miss is the city god temple, Shanghai城隍庙, one of Shanghai's most important and historic religious sites. Dating back to the 15th century during the Ming Dynasty, the city god temple was built to honor the protective spirits believed to safeguard the city and its people. In ancient times, every major Chinese city had a temple dedicated to its city god, a guardian figure who watched over everything from peace and prosperity to the safety of its citizens. Similarly, Shanghai's city god temple is dedicated to 3 city gods. Today, the temple complex is beautifully preserved. As you walk through its grand red gates, the scent of burning incense fills the air, and the intricate wooden carvings, golden statues, and traditional courtyards create a sense of stepping back in time. Inside, you will find several halls dedicated to different deities, each one with its own significance, from gods of wealth to protectors of the family. But beyond the religious side, visiting the city god temple is also about soaking in the atmosphere. It is a rare glimpse into Shanghai's spiritual roots, hidden right in the heart of one of the most fast-paced cities in the world. And because it sits at the center of the vibrant Yuyuan Bazaar, it's easy to combine your visit with shopping, snacking, and exploring the lively traditional streets that surround it. After exploring, Lilian and I take our lunch at the famous Nanjing Mantou restaurant, known for its juicy xiaolongbao, Shanghai's iconic soup dumplings. After soaking in the history of Yuyuan, it's time for something a little more modern, a walk down Anfu Road.
This is actually a very interesting street. It's got a lot of cafes, a lot of shops, a lot of knickknacks, and very French-like atmosphere.
Located in Shanghai's French Concession, Anfu Road is one of the city's trendiest and most charming streets. Shaded by rows of plane trees, the whole area feels laid back and creative. As we stroll along the street, we pass by cozy cafes. One of them is Sunflower Bakery and Cafe, where we have a nice coffee and some pastries. Another one is the Marienbad Cafe, just outside Hame, a popular boutique store. Here we see lots of photographers gathered to take nice images of this picturesque neighborhood. The Shanghai Dramatic Arts Center is also located here. One of the must-visit spots here is the Wiggle store. It's a bright, playful concept shop that has become super popular, especially with younger locals and visitors. The store is packed with colourful, quirky designs, from lifestyle products to trendy accessories. And it's a perfect place if you're looking for a unique souvenir or just want to browse something fun and creative. Anfu Road has a special vibe. It is relaxed, stylish, and full of hidden gems just waiting to be discovered. Just a short walk from Anfu Road brings us to another iconic street in the French Concession, Wukang Road. This area feels like an open-air museum of historic architecture, with tree-lined sidewalks, old villas and charming cafes tucked away at every corner. Wukang Road is famous for its 37 protected historical buildings, showcasing various architectural styles. Many of them dated back to the early 20th century, when Shanghai was known as the Paris of the East. As we wander along the tree-lined avenues, reminiscent of Parisian boulevards, we spot Art Deco facades and ivy-covered walls, somehow knowing that they used to belong to someone prominent here in Shanghai. This place is a dream for photographers and anyone who loves a little nostalgia. At the heart of it all is the Wukang Mansion. This iconic triangular-shaped building, completed in 1924, is one of Shanghai's most photographed landmarks. Its classic European design and unique flatteron shape make it stand out dramatically at a crossroads. Even if you are not carrying a camera, Wukang Road invites you to slow down, take it all in, and enjoy a quieter, more elegant side of Shanghai. Dinner was at Ren He Guan, a Michelin-starred restaurant, a perfect way to taste refined Shanghainese cuisine. Finally, we end day one at the bustling Nanjing Lu pedestrian street. Stretching for over 5 kilometers, Nanjing Lu is one of the world's busiest shopping streets, often called the Fifth Avenue of China. The moment we step onto the pedestrian zone, We are surrounded by a sea of bright neon lights, huge departmental stores, luxury boutiques and giant malls. It's a non-stop flow of shoppers and tourists, all adding to the electric atmosphere. What's really interesting about Nanjing Lu is how it blends the old and the new. You will find century-old brands standing right next to modern shopping centres and international flagships. There's even a little sightseeing train that runs through the middle of the street if you want a fun ride. Whether you are here to shop, people watch, or just soak in the vibrant energy of the city, Nanjing Road Pedestrian Street is a must visit. And at night, when all the signboards light up and the buildings glow against the nightlight, it feels like the whole street turns into a giant open-air festival. Definitely one of the best places to feel the pulse of Shanghai. Good morning from Shanghai. It is day 2 of our trip, and we are starting off with St. Ignatius Cathedral in the Lujiazui area. Let us tell you about St. Ignatius Cathedral. It's not just another beautiful church. This place is basically a time capsule of East meets West. Those twin spires that we see towering 56 meters into the sky were built in 1910 by French Jesuits. But the real story begins nearly 300 years earlier. It all started with an Italian priest named Matthew Ricci, who spoke fluent Chinese. This Italian genius didn't just come to China to preach. He arrived bearing gifts of astronomy, mathematics, and maps that blew the Ming Dynasty court away. He respected Chinese culture while sharing his Christian faith. Ricci's greatest disciple was Xu Guangqi, a Shanghai-born scholar who became China's first Catholic statesman. Together, they did the unthinkable, translating Euclidean geometry into Chinese right here in Shanghai. Their friendship planted seeds that would eventually grow into this magnificent cathedral. When you visit the cathedral today, look closely at those beautiful stained glass windows. You will spot hidden tributes to Ricci and Xi's legacy, the geometric patterns. That's a nod to their groundbreaking translation work. Xu Guangqi's descendants actually donated this land to the Catholic Church. When you walk through those doors, you are stepping onto ground that has been sacred to Shanghai's Catholic community for over 400 years. As the light streams through those century-old windows, you can almost feel the weight of all that history. It is moments like these that remind us why we love Shanghai, where a stop at the cathedral can turn into the most fascinating history lesson. After a peaceful start to the morning at St. Ignatius Cathedral, we are heading somewhere a lot livelier, the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, located right along Nanjing West Road. This is no ordinary Starbucks. In fact, this is one of the largest Starbucks stores in the world, covering over 30,000 square feet. The moment we walk in, we are hit by the rich smell of freshly roasted coffee beans and a buzz of people from all over the world. Inside is like a coffee wonderland. You can watch the entire coffee making process happening right in front of you, from roasting to brewing, all happening in massive gleaming copper machines. There are multiple coffee bars offering small lot brews, a bakery by Rocco Princi, serving up artisanal bread and pastries, and even a tea bar where you can try handcrafted tea infusions. The attention to detail here is incredible. From the wood-panelled ceiling that curves like waves, to the giant 2-story copper cask that anchors the entire space. Everything feels bold, energetic, and magical. After refilling at the Starbucks Roastery, we head to one of the most iconic and historic places in Shanghai, the Bund. Stretching along the western bank of the Huangpu River, the Bund has been at the heart of Shanghai's story for over a century. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, this area became the financial and international trading center of East Asia. Major powers like Britain, France, the United States, and Japan all set up their banks, trading houses, and hotels here. As a result, the Bund turned into a showcase of Western architecture that symbolized wealth, influence, and the ambitions of a rapidly modernizing Shanghai. Today, walking along the Bund feels like stepping back into that golden age. On one side, these magnificent historic buildings line the promenade, standing as proud reminders of Shanghai's past. Landmarks like the Custom House with its towering clock tower and the Peace Hotel, once the height of luxury in the 1920s and 30s, are just a few of the architectural gems that we pass along the way. And across the river is a totally different Shanghai, the ultra-modern skyline of Lujiazui. Skyscrapers like the Oriental Pearl Tower and the twisting Shanghai Tower reflect the city's rise as a global powerhouse in the 21st century. The Bund truly reflects the living story of Shanghai, where the past and the future stand face to face. It is the perfect place for a slow stroll, especially in the evening when the lights come on and the city feels truly alive. Dinner is at Surgery, a short walk from the Bund. It is a restaurant famous for its crab dishes. Absolutely delicious.
I ordered the crab roll noodle.
It's day 3 here in Shanghai, and we are starting the morning with a walk through one of the city's most stylish and vibrant neighborhoods, Xintiandi. Xintiandi is a beautiful blend of old and new Shanghai. This area was once filled with traditional stone gate houses known as Shikumen, but instead of tearing them down, the city transformed them, preserving the historic charm while turning the space into a modern lifestyle district filled with cafes, boutiques, galleries, and restaurants. As we wander through the narrow lanes, we notice the classic grey brick architecture mixed with sleek modern interiors. It is a place where we can sip a coffee inside a 19th century building or shop for designer clothes in what used to be someone's living room 100 years ago. Xintiandi holds a special place in Chinese history. Just around the corner is the site of the first National Congress of the Chinese Communist Party, an event that would eventually change the course of China's future. Today, the museum commemorating that moment stands as a quiet reminder of Xintiandi's deeper historical roots. Xintiandi is a great place to slow down and ease into the final day of exploring Shanghai. We grabbed breakfast at Butterful and Creamerous, a super chic cafe perfect for croissants and coffee. After soaking in the relaxed vibe of Xintiandi, it is time for us to visit a place that is deeply connected to modern Chinese history, Sun Yat-sen's former residence museum, Shanghai Zhongshan Guji. Tucked away in a quiet lane in a former French concession, this two-storied European-styled house was once the home of Dr. Sun Yat-sen, often known as the father of modern China. It was here that Sun Yat-sen lived with his wife, Song Qingling, in the 1910s and 20s, while he worked on his vision of building a new republic for China. Walking through the museum, you get a real sense of his life and ideals. The rooms are carefully preserved with original furniture, old photographs, personal letters, and historical documents. Each space, from his study to the meeting rooms, tells the story of a man who played a critical role in ending imperial rule and shaping a new future for the country. What's special about this visit is that it feels personal. You're not just reading about history from a distance, you are actually stepping into the home where revolutionary ideas were discussed and where a new era for China was imagined. The house is peaceful, shaded by old trees and surrounded by a small garden. If you love history, or if you just want to understand a little more about the soul of modern China, visiting Sun Yat-sen's former residence is definitely worth your time. Lunch is at Lai Lai Xiao Long Bao, a hidden gem specializing in handmade soup dumplings, affordable and absolutely satisfying. After a hearty lunch, we made a quick stop at Zhapu Road, also known as Movie Street. Zhapu Lu is famous for its nostalgic old Shanghai vibes. Many scenes from movies and TV dramas set in early 20th century Shanghai have been filmed here. Thanks to its historic architecture, narrow streets and rows of vintage-looking shophouses. The buildings here still carry that classic 1920s and 30s charm, weathered brick facades and fading signs that feel like they have stood still in time. But to be honest, there's not a whole lot happening here nowadays. It's a quiet street, and unless you're looking to deep dive into Shanghai's cinematic side, it might feel a little underwhelming. Still, if you are nearby and have a bit of extra time, it can still be a nice short walk. Otherwise, it's definitely an optional stop. Before wrapping up our day, we made a stop at one of the Bund's most legendary landmarks, the Peace Hotel. Originally opened in 1929 as a Cathay Hotel, this Art Deco masterpiece was a pride of Shanghai's golden age. It was built by Sir Victor Sassoon, a wealthy businessman, and quickly became the place where the world's rich and famous would gather. Politicians, celebrities, even royalty. The hotel's green pyramid-shaped roof and iconic facade have been a symbol of Shanghai's glamour ever since. Walking inside today, you can still feel that old-world charm. Was it? The grand lobby, the elegant details, and the historic jazz bar, where live performances have been a tradition since the 1930s. It is like stepping straight into another era. If you head up to the small museum inside the hotel, you will find a fascinating collection of photos, old guest ledgers, and a memorabilia that tell the story of Peace Hotel's incredible past. If you are thinking about staying here, just know that it comes with a relatively heavy price tag. Rooms at the Peace Hotel typically cost around 2,000 RMB a night, and suites can go much higher. But for those who want a true taste of old Shanghai luxury, it might just be worth the splurge. Okay, that's all folks. 12 interesting places to visit in Shanghai over 3 days. Wait, we have one more bonus for you. To finish off our last day in Shanghai, we cross over the Huangpu River to explore Lujiazui, the city's ultra-modern financial district and home to some of the most impressive skyscrapers in the world. Here, the skyline looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. One of the best places to photograph the skyline is to take the metro to the Lujiazui station and take exit number 6. And you can take the escalator up to photograph the Jingmao Tower with its elegant pagoda-inspired design, the Shanghai World Financial Center, often nicknamed the Bottle Opener, and the Shanghai Tower, twisting and soaring into the clouds as the second tallest building in the world. You can spend hours here just taking photographs with different angles. If you love cityscapes, this is absolutely the best way to end your Shanghai trip, surrounded by the energy, ambition and futuristic dreams that define the city today.
Okay, that's a wrap.
Yes, if you enjoy our video, don't forget to give us a like, leave a comment for us and subscribe to Gibbon
Travelogue.
Travelogue. Until our next video, we'll see you
again.
again. Bye bye.